So guys, we're back in Ogle Airport area. That's the Ogle Airport. That line of buildings behind those buildings is Ogle Airport. That's a plane just taking off. An airplane just taking off from the runway at Ogle. And these buildings are airport buildings or associated buildings like aircraft maintenance buildings and so on. But why we're here is on the other side here. Now this is supposed to be where they're building that new hospital, and we're here to see what has changed since the last time we've been in this neck of the woods. What, 3 months ago? It seems as if the only thing that's changed is the size of the piles of sand. They've been piling up sand at this construction site for the last 3 months, and I suppose they're going to start building foundation and so on once they've, I guess, brought in all the sand. So they're probably just laying down a layer of sand onto the current surface soil, and then eventually going to build with what is left. So what has happened since then? This is all that has happened. Apparently this is, what does that look like? A platform. They've built a concrete platform, steel. You can see some electrical wires on it. So what is it going to be? Don't know what that is. Interesting arrangement though. So guys, this is where they plan to build that new hospital, community hospital, maternity hospital here in Ogle. And so far this is all that has been built. But I guess it's progress because this wasn't here the last time we were in this neck of the woods to look at construction of the new hospital. They're also building a hotel. Looks like a hotel for overnight guests, because one of the interesting things about, or not interesting but limited things about this small airport that is becoming an international and a regional airport, Ogle, is that there was no place to stay. You know, it's like when you get off, if you had flight delays, whether weather delays or whatever kinds of delays in transit, there is nowhere to stay in this neck of the woods because there are no hotels. So somebody got a bright idea that they could build a hotel to accommodate guests in transit. So 3 months ago we saw a billboard describing that hotel. We're going to take a walk down and see if they've done anything to start constructing it. This was the billboard what told us about the hospital that they're building here, and the billboard is gone, and I guess the hospital has not yet been, construction of the hospital has not started. But we'll keep tabs on it and come back again in 3 months to see what progress has been made. So guys, I don't know if this is the headquarters for ExxonMobil. We're gonna go look for it. But this is a frame of a building that's being constructed in this neck of the woods. Apparently, I saw this the last time I was here. I'll compare it to the last video to see. You can in fact compare it to the last video to see if it has changed. I think it's a bit bigger than what was here the last time. But this is what we're here to see. This is the AC Marriott Hotel. Now, like I said, somebody had a bright idea that they'd build a hotel here to accommodate guests in transit, and this is what they've done. Started to build this hotel, I guess, behind all of the fence, and I came here to see in fact what the new developments in this neck of the woods would be. But what they've done is actually built two large posts. I suppose this is going to become a gate for the entrance, and they've built a fence. So we know there's work going on here to build this new AC Marriott Hotel, but whatever has been built is it's not yet visible above ground. It might still be working on the foundation, I suppose. So that's what's happening here, guys. That's the development. In the distance, that is where they're building that maternity hotel, maternity hospital, and these are some of the older homes in the neighborhood of Ogle. This, like I said, is the frame of a building that's going up. It was here the last time, but I don't know, in fact, what it is. If this is it. I think the Marriott headquarters is bigger based on pictures I've seen of the design. It's going to be two buildings, two very large cubes, and this is not it. But this is what they've done for the AC Marriott. They're building, I guess, reinforced concrete uprights. And this is what is next door. I know it might be another hotel or some kind of aircraft related building, maybe maintenance or housing or apartments. But that's what's happening here, guys, in this neck of the woods. So guys, we're still looking for the new Marriott. We're still looking for the location for the new ExxonMobil headquarters. Something over there in the distance. Don't know if that is it. I'll probably go closer and take a look. But over there is the Ogle Airport complex. They're building their maintenance and stuff. Over here also in this street they're building some new buildings. This, for example, I guess is a recently constructed home. They're still building it. Still on the construction. A frame, I guess, the structure is completed, but they're still building it. This, I guess, was completed more. This one, fully completed. Seems as if they're four mailboxes. It's still unoccupied. You can see there are 4 mailboxes. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I guess this is kind of like a residential building, maybe apartments, maybe long stay. And this is a street here in Ogle, the street we just came off of while we were on our hunt for the new ExxonMobil headquarters. Thought I could catch it see it at the end of the street, but I didn't. So this is a older neighborhood because Ogle actually used to be one of the headquarters of Gaisuco. They actually had their aircraft division, Gaisuco, which ran the sugarcane industry in Guyana, used aircrafts to spray insecticides and so on and fertilizers on their fields, and the planes would take off from Ogle and go out to the sugarcane fields and spray. So this airport used to be known as the Gaisuco Airport, the airport that the sugar industry used, and from which their planes would take off and land to attend to their crops, their sugar cane fields. And all of this area used to be sugarcane fields. So back in the 1960s and 1970s and even before that, all of this was Gaisuco land, Guyana Sugar Corporation land, and sugarcane fields. But now, of course, in fact, since the 1990s, they've been selling off, or the government, land which belongs to the government, meaning the people of Guyana, had been returned to the government, to the people of Guyana from Gaisuku, and that land has been repurposed for housing developments. And this is what they've built here in Ogle since then. New buildings are still being constructed. Well, a lot of this land is still vacant of houses. That does not mean it's not owned by people. Alright, so if you're looking for land to buy, you might contact an agent, but I'm not sure that this land is available. In fact, last time I saw a map of the coast, virtually all the land had been in possession of some private hands. So if you wanted land, for example, you'd have to go inland towards Linden Soosdijk Highway and further in, maybe the savannas. It's a lot of land, of course, but it's not developed. You don't have the utility lines and roads and streets and lamp posts and so on. So this, I guess, is what has happened since the last time we were here. Not a whole lot has changed. I still haven't found the headquarters of the new ExxonMobil that ExxonMobil is now building. We're going to take a look again closer at the map of the Regis area to see if we can identify it, but it's not clearly obvious to me where they're building it. But that's it, guys. That's what's happening here in this neck of the woods in Ogle. We saw that they're building the new Marriott Hotel, the new AC Marriott Hotel, to house guests, I suppose, in transit. And they're building the new hospital, the maternity hospital here at Ogle. And somewhere around, they're building a new headquarters for ExxonMobil. I'm not sure where. I assume it's somewhere in this neck of the woods, but could be wrong. What does the sign say? The Guyana Online Academy of Learning. Go. I suppose they're here. No unvaccinated persons. Public notice. Entry to the Ogle Estate compound will only be allowed to persons who produce identification and valid proof of COVID-19 vaccination. So this is Ogle Estate compound. And my assumption is that somewhere in the back there, they're building this Ogle. They're building the headquarters for ExxonMobil. We'll see if we can find it. So guys, we were right. That blue building on the construction is in fact the new ExxonMobil headquarters, but you can't access it from this street. You'd have to go all the way over to Ogle Airport and walk outside of the wall beside the airport to get to it. So it seems as if that's going to be the next video, where we're going to take a look at the ExxonMobil headquarters. But that's what's happening here, guys. If you want to see more content like this, click like and subscribe. Share this video with friends and family around the world. Let people know what's happening here in Ogle, in this neck of the woods, in Georgetown, Guyana. Later! That's the airport. We're going to have to find some way to get around it to get to the ExxonMobil headquarters.